Hey, welcome to today's daily sprint. We're talking about increasing our purpose, passion, and meaning. And guess what? Dun, 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 we have finished the book. So you're going to see kind of some of the really, really good content. I don't know if he specifically did this, John Maxwell. We're reading the 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. I don't know if he kept the best for the last or not, but the whole book was absolutely amazing. Definitely recommend it. So today we're going to talk about the 4 mistakes that people make when hiring a mentor or a business coach or a mindset coach. Okay, so we'll just say business coach. Number 1, this is crazy. When John Maxwell kind of put this, because I was thinking about maybe hiring a business coach, level up. And he said, don't go for the best. That's what most people want to do. I'm going to hire Grant Cardone or Tony Robbins. Well, here's the thing. And I love this point. You want to hire a coach that isn't this far ahead of you, like, hey coach, I'm over here in the trenches. You want a coach that's kind of like right there with you, maybe 2 or 3 steps ahead of you. Okay, someone that, like, when you're like, man, I'm just getting killed in the sales game, not someone that's like, oh, I remember when I used to do my own sales, now I've got a whole warehouse of sales teams for me. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that they still wouldn't give you value, but I think that it helps to have someone that's in the trenches with you. So only a few steps ahead of you instead of miles ahead of you. And at the bare minimum, they're gonna have that empathy. They're gonna know what it's like of what you're going through. They're not gonna be like, oh yeah, I know it's rough. 20 years ago, I went through that too. Okay, so don't go for the best. Look for someone who has what you want, who's maybe 2 or 3 steps ahead of you. Number 2, don't go for the cheaper sin, okay? Good business coaching is going to be an investment. So if you're looking for that coach that's 2 or 3 steps ahead of you, just be very, very careful that you're not getting like an assistant or something along those lines, that you're actually dealing with that person directly. Number 3, tunnel vision. I see this happen a lot. So someone might be like, man, I want to level up my sales game. I want to level up, get better at inspiring and motivating people to come on board. And they hired a person that's a couple steps ahead of them. That's awesome. That's a great coach in that area. But the person has a deplorable character, has a horrible marriage, doesn't talk to people right, isn't growing their faith, or whatever other areas of yours that are important. That's important that you make sure you look at the entire coach, not just the one area of expertise. Definitely they need to have that area expertise, but see how they're doing in other avenues of life. Again, you want to look for someone that has what you want. Well, if they got a crummy marriage or a crummy faith life or crummy fulfillment, that don't have much fun, is that really the coach that you want to follow? Okay. And then number 4, hiring a coach, period. I think a lot of people think that that's this automatic solution. There should be benchmarks that you set. I think through personal development, through reading, you can get your business to $10,000, $12,000, $15,000 a month. Absolutely. Listening to podcasts, going to some seminars. Some maybe are paid for seminars, some are maybe not paid for seminars. I started listening to podcasts instead of music, rock and roll music and EDM music in my workouts. So I think you can get very, very, very far without hiring anyone. And I would say once you've had like 6 or 7 months where you're just stagnant or you really want to make it to the next level, but I would say a prerequisite of hiring a business coach is getting to the point where you need one to advance. And I'm going to tell you that a lot of people aren't there. They're just looking for that next best thing, and they've got a list of coaches like this long, but their bank account has not moved. Okay, so you got to show that you put in the dark and dirty and lonely work on yourself as a prerequisite before hiring a business coach. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Love to hear what you thought of today's daily sprint. Have a great growth-driven rest of your day.